What is going on, Courtney?
Not much.
Look at you. I want y'all to take a check. Like, look at this. You don't tell them what was in your mind whenever you made this scale?
The Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis, okay. She did a really good job. It's like translucent, so you can see behind it. I think that's kind of cool. Can't wait to get some of these on some knives. This won't be the toughest material you can make knife scales out of. Well, Courtney made them. She made them the way she wanted to. This will be the back. Got the little stars in them and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with epoxy. It's just, it ain't G10,
right,
as far as toughness goes. But G10's not this pretty either. So, anyway.
And that was the very first one I attempted. And it's got its problems.
It's got problems, man. But, dude, it's kind of wicked looking, honestly. It's just thick as shit.
Yeah, from where I had to go back and try to cover up some paint.
Well, Dave sent us in some knives that we sent him for regrinds, and he did 3 different regrinds that we can choose from for the future on the Raptora model, if we keep it around. You know, I'm assuming we may. Just a second. Just a second.
There we go.
Okay, so I think I may be wrong. I think the smaller wheel makes more contact with the knife. So I think this is the 8-inch wheel, which produces a really high grind. So that grind, stops right here. And man, that is a good looking grind. Dave just did a fantastic job all the way around. And yeah, looks good. Light years better than what it was. And this is a 10-inch grind.
Or was it 12? Was it 8, 12, and 14, or 8, 10, and 14?
You know what, man? You got me second guessing myself now. It probably has a 12 and a 14 or something like that. But, yeah.
He made sure they were well oiled.
He did, man. And it's a really good smelling oil, too, Dave. Like, I don't know what it is you use, but it smells like citrus or some sort. But, yeah, they were well oiled. And so this is the next highest grind. I'm going to want to say it's 10 or 12. And I believe this one stayed truer to course as to what was already originally there. Just a tad bit higher, and that is a 14. I believe. Dave can correct us in the comments. He knows I don't listen well. But the coolest thing about all these models is like, no need for a finger choil. No need for a sharpening choil. He ground them all the way back.
Yeah.
So, like, I very much appreciate that. So you got access to the entire edge.
Got paper towel stuck to it.
Yeah. Well, it'll grind off.
Yeah.
We'll let Malcolm Hope take care of that when we send them in there for sharpening. But yeah, dude, seriously excited about these. I think I like this one the best. What do you guys think? Like, do you guys have a preference? You want to vote? Like, say 1, 2, or 3?
I think I kind of like this one.
That one?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of them. I think they all look great. I think I like the higher grind myself, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. He said that they were all equally thick and thin, or however you want to put it, behind the edge. Like, he didn't grind so much away from that area.
As much as he just come up.
Yeah, he just kind of come up.
Fixed it down.
Right. So anyway, that's what those look like. I do want to show, we showed you the Courtney scale. She's experimenting with the epoxy. What are you using, True Boat?
No, oh crap. What is it?
Should have just said yep.
It's not though. I don't remember.
It's
it was the other one that everybody recommends.
Clear something other.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Not total clear, but
yeah, total something. I remember what you're talking about. All right, anyway, those are the Raptoras. And we'll set those over here to the side. We've got some maple burl, figured walnut, and purple heartwood.
With cedar liners?
There's some sort of cedar liners.
It was a specific type of cedar. I don't remember that either.
And just out of curiosity, because like once you oil these, that stuff changes a lot. You know, like so we're gonna put some on the face. Once you grind them down and get them more finely sanded, so that's a face, and that's a face. Okay, so
How can you tell?
well, how I'm gonna go about it is there's a line in this purple heartwood on both of these sides, but neither one of them are straight.
Oh, okay. So,
And there's no visible line on this side, so I'm
Okay.
gonna use those sides. Well, like so, this is Neat's Foot oil. 5 fibbings, something like that. And when you put that Neat's Foot oil on there, makes that wood pop. And it will pop more once it's ground evenly. You know, it's
yeah.
just kind of the nature of the beast as of right now. But I'm really liking these scales, and I want to give that guy a shout out. If you're on Etsy, he's got a store on there, and he calls it D's Knife Scales. I think that's what it's called. D, like DEEZ. And anyway, he does really good work with wood. He works with all kinds of different kinds of woods. And that's that. These leopard wood, I can't remember what those are. Leopard wood, snake wood,
Yeah.
something else, and some sort of wood liner. So there's 4 different kinds of woods in this one too, but I don't remember. We'll just do this side. Not a big deal. And I said all these were going to go on the amygdalas, but like you see the size difference here, that'll probably go on a Raptora.
Yeah. But much narrower.
I did talk to Brad Weiss today about getting some crew wear for the amygdalas. He's going to check on it for me. We'll see how that goes. He's not too confident that he even really wants to order anything. He doesn't like CPM steels. He was like, what's wrong with the 15 and 20? I said, nothing, man. I'm having really good luck with it. Just I got a blowback from my customers. It's they want, you know, more high-end steel. He like started laughing, and you know, because he's older and he's been around. He's like, I don't like powder metals myself, but I do. You know, I do like powder metals. I just I also respect the opinions of the experience. It's you know,
Tried and true.
tried and true stuff. This stuff's like turning 80 years old this year. Like 1944. I don't remember what this was either. I was gonna be like half paper towel by the time we get through with it. But it's got paper towel fibers all over it now. But like that's what it looked like before. And like I said, it'll all go through like an additional transformation once you grind them and get them all polished.
These will be pretty.
These will be pretty. I'm excited about these too. But like even these are smaller than the first
But
set.
the
So
amygdala may still be.
the amygdala may fit on there. I don't know. But you know, with it having that, like, it's not like it's like a 60-40 instead of like
Yeah.
a 70-30 split. So like this band may fall in a weird spot on the amygdala where we know. Yeah, it'll fall even further back on the amygdala, or it'll look like it will, you know. So I don't know. I may save that for a drop point if we need to. Some with a straighter handle. But 15 and 20, just to like do a little bit of education. I do like the steel. I've had really good luck with it. That doesn't mean that you guys want it, you know. Like I get it, but the thing is like it's the toughest steel. that's ever been made. And that's not, I mean, like, that's not an opinion. That's just how it is.
That's pretty.
It is pretty. Toughest steel ever made, and at 62 HRC, it can hold an edge better than some steels that they traditionally, that should hold an edge better than 15N20, but they traditionally heat treat it to like 58, 59, like, like say like 1084, 1095. Now, equally heat treated, like if they were both heat treated at 58, then 1095 would outcut 15N20. But since you can't take 1095 above 60, I'm not. Let me rephrase that. I'm not gonna say you can't. It's not a good idea to, but you can take 15N20 all the way up to 62, 63. No problems, and the edge retention is pretty damn good at that point. That's where these are. I think these are like 61, 62. We'll test each individual one as we get done with them. But if you have a preference on one of these grinds and one of these handles, let me know. Not a big deal. Like, I don't mind waiting for some amygdalas to come in, but obviously we're still sitting on some Raptoras, and yeah, I'm excited to start putting some of these handles on some knives. But I'm excited to check out some of Courtney's too. But 15N20 also is an auto home steel. Like sometimes you just talk about it and people are like, I don't even know what it is.
Right.
I'm not sure what 15N20 is. Like, so it's not that I don't trust it. It's that I don't know anything about it. Nobody else in the knife community is talking about it. And that's understandable because like most people in the knife community keep up with the latest and greatest steels. And it's been like that for at least a decade. Yeah. So when a steel comes out, we talk about it. And then another steel comes out, we talk about it.
The other ones get left behind.
Yeah, and like the old stuff just gets, like even 1095 Crovan had its day in the shade or day in the sun or whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
But it's been overshadowed since.
Yeah. But I'll take 15N20 over 1095 Crovan any day. Like, Crovan means chromium and vanadium, and those are two very common ingredients that you'll see in a lot of stainless steels, right?
Yeah.
But I think that was the idea, is to take a carbon steel and try to make it more stainless. But all they did was like kill the performance of the edge retention. So I don't know, man. None of this. I like just about all steels for their own purposes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not a steel snob. Like, I'm carrying a MagnaCut knife today. In many ways, I'm sure MagnaCut outshines a lot of the steels that we use, but in toughness, it definitely doesn't. And that's what you hear about. It's edge retention first, and then it's toughness. And I've even had guys on the phone. I'll be talking to people, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't want to spend all the time oiling my knife." Like, what do you want to? Like, they're looking for maximum edge retention, so like they're talking about. Not MagnaCut, because that's not what, MagnaCut wasn't made for maximum edge retention. They're talking about M4 or, say, Rex 76 or Rex 121 or Rex 45 even, something like that, like a high cobalt, high tungsten steel. And they'd rather spend all that time sharpening their blade, instead of doing that every 6 weeks. Even every 6 days, and when it's time to sharpen it, it just sharpens so easy. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be the guy that's like, you can sharpen it on a river rock, but you can, and you definitely don't need diamonds. So like, it's the user experience for me.
More user friendly if you aren't the one to have a bunch of diamond stones laying around to spend hours on.
Even if you do got them, laying around. Like I've had the little Work Sharp precision adjust system, and like some of those knives I sit there and play with for an hour to try to get them sharp. But anyway, it's to each their own, and I do appreciate every steel for what it is, but I don't look at 15N20 to me is a super steel. It's the toughest steel they've ever made. Like, if we can have a super steel for edge retention, if we can have a super steel for corrosion resistance, like MagnaCut's that, right? Like, MagnaCut's supposed to be the super steel in terms of corrosion resistance, because that's what it was designed for. then we can have a super steel for toughness. And 15N20 is tougher than 8670. 8670 is about 4 times tougher than crew wear, according to the charts. This is Knife Steel Nerds. A couple shorts that I posted on it a couple days ago, so you want to check those out, you can. Follow your own links if you want, just go over there and check them out yourself. But yeah, there's when you're making a small knife like this, like you don't really need all that toughness.
Right.
But it was the edge retention and the toughness that I was looking at in combination. Like, it's a small, thin knife, but it won't break easy.
Yeah.
And it sharpens easy, and it holds an edge pretty well. Your job is going to be to keep it from rusting. Force patina takes a force patina very well. 15N20 is the magic dust in Damascus. Like, that's why people can pick up a full carbon Damascus and start chopping nails in half, and they don't have any edge damage, is because of 15N20. Here, it's just not coupled with the 1084, a 5160, a 52100. It's a standalone 15N20 knife. Like, so you don't see this very often outside of custom makers.
Right.
It is an affordable steel, which helps keep the prices down on the stuff we're making. But yeah, in the future, we're looking at heat treat ovens. I'm looking at a Paragon. I'm pretty much sold on a Paragon oven. Looking at places where I can trust. I can buy crewware. I know a knife maker right now. I won't say any names, but he sold 2 knives of MagnaCut and they're rusted. And he got he got his steel from New Jersey Steel Baron, and which is where I would get my stuff too. I may still, but
MagnaCut's not supposed to rust.
Yeah, MagnaCut's not supposed to rust, so like it may have been mislabeled steel. Well, it'd be the first time that's happened. There's other stories out there, so and I know this guy. I know I know I can trust this guy, but we are going to start playing with more high dollar steels. Whether they're better or not will be up to you to decide. It'll be like the facet of in which you're judging the steel on. In my opinion, like 420 HC is better than 15N20 when it comes to corrosion resistant. But in terms of toughness and edge retention, then 15N20 should outshine it. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. I do like the steel, and I do plan on very much continuing to be to be able to offer this steel as a regular. I wish more people did make knives out of 15N20, so you would have a reference point, but you don't, and I understand that. So either have to take my word for it or just think I'm talking out my ass. But you can double check on just about, or both, or both. And you can always double check about what I'm saying on several different references online, including Dr. Larry Thomas's Knife Steel Nerds. I think when he designed Apex Ultra, he was like, we're keeping toughness in mind, and we're keeping edge retention in mind. And Apex Ultra is a high carbon steel, it's a low alloy high carbon steel, and it's supposed to be ultra forgeable. Like, it's supposed to be one of the easiest steels to work with in the forge. But toughness was supposed to be one of its primary,
components.
Like it was supposed to be a priority in that steel, and this steel is it's over twice as tough. And there's charts out there for that, so you can check them out. You guys have a good one. Courtney, you got anything to say to them?
Nope, I'm good.
Catch you on the flip side.